So what I would like to do now is that I would like to check with ASREProasting, okay? So we can do that. Let me just remove all of this. So we can actually do users, like so. Password is going to be nothing. We want to do Kerberos authentication. And then ASREP, I believe, or ASREProast, and then ASREP DNS server, I believe. And this is also in the notes. Yeah, so if we get something wrong, we can pretty much just copy paste and make sure that it's correct. Connection refused. Let me try that once again. But it's possible that I have some issues with my NetExec that I will have to look into a little bit later. But that's okay. This is always going to happen. This is why I recommend having a saved snapshot on the exam, that you have a version of your VM that you know just simply works, right? So that's always a good idea. You can also clone it. You can also have it in an alternative hypervisor like VMware and VirtualBox. Basically, just have like a backup of a Kali that you know you can rely on. Snapshots are incredibly helpful. So we can pretty much just do it like so. But we see that this errors out. I don't feel like looking into this right now. Let me just make sure that the target environment is correct. It is. All right, so let's see. So target, the use of a file is going to be the one we just made, right? And I believe we'll call it thm.local, or I believe that's the right domain name. And let's try this. Beautiful, okay. So we have an issue with the NetExec tool. That is no worries at all. I'm going to fix that after the video. And we can see that this actually gives us a lot of different hashes, which is just absolutely beautiful, right? So, absolutely beautiful. And let's see, do we output this into somewhere? Yeah, so we output into hashes.txt, right? So we don't have to parse this, it's just going to be saved. Now this is great. So the reason, once again, ASREProasting is a specific attack. That's the important part is just that in terms of practical advice, you can do it when you don't have a password, which is a very unique attack because of that and very useful. And what you get out of it is essentially a hash or several hashes in this instance, but that alone will not be useful. You have to crack that hash for it to ever be useful to get a password out of it. But the ASREProasting is incredibly useful and it's very unique because of that. You should still definitely do it even though you have credentials, okay? So let's say I had a username and password. We should still absolutely check this because it might be a different user that's vulnerable to ASREProasting. And it essentially just once again allows us to get a hash that we can attempt cracking, okay? So if we do cat hashes, we can see that this is a lot of output, right? So this is the start of a hash, like so. And then this is a new one. We can also, I believe, do like so if we want to visualize it a bit. Yeah. So we can see the numbers, right? So it says 5. We can also do word count, and it also says 5, right? So this is 5 hashes that we run. And if you find this video useful, then you're absolutely gonna love this. We have a massive, free-to-try, 25-hour plus OSCP course that you can see that people are just absolutely loving. That inside gives you all of the resources that you need to crush the OSCP. We have a massive roadmap that literally covers everything. We cover initial access, privilege escalation, Windows and Linux. We cover Active Directory. We cover post-exploitation. We cover lateral movement. We cover pivoting, tunneling. We cover the exam. We cover the reporting. We cover all of the attacks that you need and all of the techniques that you need for OSCP. We also cover all the rooms that you need to do, and all of the rooms is linked inside. We cover Active Directory chains as well, and we literally cover everything. And you will instantly get all of these resources once you join. So click the link down below, try it completely for free. I'll see you inside.